Hello, everybody. My name is Dry Banana Bread, and welcome back to Night Call. First episode, we met a lawyer, and we met a CIA agent, and a cop who apparently hates me because I went to jail for murder and doesn't want me to live my life. Also, because her job is too hard and she doesn't want to do it. So we have a clipboard. Yay, we have a board. So we just finished night one. We're gonna end the night to get back to it, and then we're gonna go from there. End the night. With a heavy hand, you wipe your tired face. Open the sofa bed and lie down. The events of the day run through your head. Streets, the passengers, faces, the problems. Your brain is running at full speed. Your body aches. You're in pain. You can tell you need to get more sleep. Glance at your investigation board. Awfully empty. You're sure the best. Too soon to say. You shake your head and your mind wanders for a second. Just when you're about to fall asleep, think you hear a voice in the distance. He's crying. You jump without understanding. There's a voice is coming from. Outside, Paris is waking up. You fall asleep. Oh, my ankles itch. Ah! Here goes the old creaks. You open one eye. You find your studio calming. Something special about living in a garret. Like yours is the last place before the sky starts. Get up quickly. A few minutes later, you're outside of your studio. Night 2. I don't remember any of the names. Oh, we need gas, right? Gas. At this time of the night, you and the public maintenance truck are the only things moving in the road. You're blinded by flashing. What? Walk a few streets away from Argentina Embassy. Wait there for contact. Sigh. It seems so odd to have a contact. So excessive. This guy is one of your regulars, poker buddies, at night watchman at the embassy. You get out your taxi and walk towards the big metal gate. Clean lines. Early 20th century, maybe. Lots of wrought iron. Gate opens and someone moves towards you. Indicate you should follow them. Person's face is hidden by an oversized hoodie. Your heart starts beating faster. What if it was... You walk into a narrow covered passageway. Probably the entrance to the parking lot. Man turns around and lights up a cigarette. Lighter lights up for his face for a second. A young man with curly hair, pale skin. He looks young. Very young. That'll be 250 euros. Paying it. Just gonna pay it. For that price, you hope the intel is good. Hey, listen up, because I'm not gonna say it twice. Goro Disher is definitely a colonel from the junta, one of the few who wasn't a resident put on trial. He is responsible for torturing dozens of political opponents. He tortured and killed them. You know, we don't like him much here, but the rich Argentinians in Paris love him, really respect him. Just respected him. That is all. I read in the newspaper that killer wrote a message in chalk, time's up. It was a slogan at the end of the junta. Ooh, okay. A sort of watchword from the opponents. It was time for them to go. Get it? You nod. A second later, you're back in your taxi with a hole in your wallet, but your new information of one of the victims. If you follow this lead, you may be able to investigate and move forward. Start the car and get back to your shift. Okay, that's a good one. Argentinians is who we have to be looking out for. Argentinians. All right. The hell is that? What is this? This is Claudia. Okay. I think that's Claudia. I hope that's Claudia. I do hope that's Claudia. That might be Claudia. But she's Argentinian, so we're gonna have to wait and see what's going on. Yep, Claudia Campos. Where's she going? You pick up your next passenger in front of the Paris office of medical examiner of the morgue. When she gets in, you're surprised. You're surprised. How can she be the suspect? Her face, beautiful and soft, doesn't go with her clothing, her style, or her attitude. She gives you her address and you start driving. Her voice is dry, frank. She has an accent you have a trouble determining. South American, maybe? She seems so far away, lost in thought. A few seconds go by and she still hasn't taken so much of a look at you. Okay. She almost jumps out her seat and looks like she wants to disappear. Yes, everything is fine. That accent again. When you can't place. Long day? Where's your accent from? There we go. Accent? Raises her head, surprised by your question. Argentina. Must be breathtaking. Yes. Quite beautiful. She takes a pause. Although it's been years since I've been back. That's a shame. She starts to say something but corrects herself and finally in a soft voice says, yes, shame. Sad smile runs across her face like a shooting star. Second goes by, slowly, very slowly. Then the meteor explodes, your passenger breaks, Jesus Christ, breaks down. Let her cry. Between sobs, you hear her say something. Give me a minute. Please. Without a word, without the slightest noise, you slow down. Road pauses, I slowly, in no hurry. After a moment, she sits up. And, can I ask you something? You nod. She takes a deep breath. This may seem like a ridiculous question, or at least a stupid one. Actually, it's completely stupid. You give her an encouraging smile. But, I like you hit on me. He blushes and immediately follows up. I mean, not for real, just for play. Like we're at a bar. You want to buy me a drink? Shakes her head. Get it, it's stupid. It's just totally stupid. Except, sure. Moment of silence, she seems surprised. Really? Yeah. You don't mind? I thought you would refuse. I just have a few rules, if you don't mind. First, I don't want to talk about Argentina, my home, my parents. Avoid the subject. Pauses. Does that work for you? You nod. Good. Second, I don't want to talk about work. I'm a medical examiner. Do you know what that is? No. Let her explain it. Good. I don't want to talk about it. Damn it! Should say yes. Let's start if you're ready. You nod. We're in a bar. Not very late. Not very late, but we're the only ones there. I'm alone at the bar, finishing a drink. Get up to leave. Silence. Please go ahead. Getting on a passenger, this is definitely a first. You gotta find a good line, something that will set the tone. A polite line. Excuse me? Voice is softer, her accent is stronger. May I join you? Voice. She sits up a little and points to her imaginary bar next to her. Buy me a drink? Voice. How about a little game? You look the kind of guy who drinks cocktails? Something sweet? I could be wrong, but What about me? What is my kind of drink? She rolls the R on her last word. Something subtle. What do you mean? You want something special. You want to be surprised by life. He burst out laughing. Aren't you good at this game? He gets back into character. Yes, that's exactly. You read me like a book. She stares at you. Something about her posture in the back seat is different. You don't think his time goes by too slowly? I do. We wait, hold on, we get bored. Lights for her to go faster. Things to speed up. Relaxes, she giggles. She's letting go. She looks like you exponentially. Like the way you laugh. You do? That's an odd compliment. It's true. Thank you. She closes her eyes and stays that way for a little while. She smiles, stutters into her face, a warm, natural, uncontrollable smile. Thank you. You are perfect, unusually kind. She nods slowly. I must confess that the way you came onto me was truly charming. You have very kind eyes. Your passenger sighs contently. She seems happy, relieved. You pull up in front of the address she gave you. It's strange. What's that? There's something different about you. You're not like other men. If he hands you her fare and slips you a tip. Don't refuse it, please. It means something to me. You nod. I hope to run into you again. You shiver. One last smile. Goodbye. She gets out of the cab. You watch her until she disappears into her building. 51, let's go! We can get some gas. Nah, we actually good. I think we good for now. Why did this person look so familiar? These two people look familiar. Yeah, these two people definitely look familiar. Let me see anyone else. What is this? What is this I'm looking at? What is that? I don't have that much euro. And my tank isn't even that bad. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, what the hell? Anyone over here? Oh, I just made myself dizzy. I can actually. Here we go, speeding along, going through the radio. Oh, there's a radio. No. Copyright. No. No, turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. Don't listen to anything. No. No, wait, I can listen to the thing. That's the weird looking. It was like, oh, here it is. Poise your finger in front of the car radio, trying to find something to listen. I can hear radio. I can hear the news. You happen upon nighttime news. In a vox pop about the judge, a bystander brings up the fact that the police still have not arrested the homeless man seen near the crime scene. You raise an eyebrow. This is a bit of news you didn't know. As soon as the news is over, you turn off the radio so the cab can be silent again. Right? I don't like the fact there's a dog by itself. I don't know any of these people, but what I will say is I'm going to ensure that this old lady needs to get to where she has to get to. I've been watching her. This is like the third or fourth time she's needed a cab. I've made a passenger who's entered your cab slams the door. Oh my God. Good evening. Are you kidding? That's how you want to start this? I don't know who that is. I'm not sure I follow. Small laugh escapes her. Naturally. But of course, if I were to say to you, her voice slightly raspy and oddly metallic sound, October 27th, the date, the night of the attack, that night could this woman be the judge? 10:46 p.m. No, the attack took place later. That ring a bell? You nod your head. I don't know what she's talking about. She waggles an accusing finger at you. Last October 27th, you were in this very cab, driving a fare, and you committed a crime. That's right, sir, a crime. Go on. I'd spent the whole day working like an idiot for that rotten newspaper. Do you have any idea what I do for a living? Say nothing. I'm a sub-editor, mister. Taxi driver. I correct mistakes. That's a bunch of moron journalists make. There isn't a single one, not one, who knows how to write a proper sentence. I had it. Really had it. And on the night of October 27th, you cut me off. I almost died that night. She grinds her teeth. You shudder. I crashed my car. My boyfriend's car, that is. Same guy who made yet another comment about woman drivers. The neighbors called the police that night. I made such a scene. To think the guy dares calls himself a feminist. Pauses for a dramatic effect as a disturbing smile spreads over her face. Don't keep talking. Her voice is suddenly noticeably quieter, almost fragile. Next day, my boyfriend. No more car. I messed up a job interview with a major news outlet, paper where people will know how to write, where they follow basic rules of French grammar. Imagine, just for a minute, could have stopped correcting copy for a bunch of morons. Takes a deep breath. But all because of you. Because of your cab, everything changed the night of October 27th. A sad, faraway look comes over her. My life, never been the same since. Her voice is bursting out with fury and hatred. Forced to go live with my mother while I went to apartment hunting in this rotten city where tiny studios cost an arm and a leg. I started looking for you. The back of your neck breaks into a sweat. You can feel cold, clammy droplets drip down from your spine. I started asking around. I bribed one of your colleagues into giving me your number. Droplets started sliding down your back. Then I found your address. You're the first one, that is. You shiver at the drop of reaches your boxers. But that's your business. What matters is I eventually get your address. Real one. The drop has reached your tailbone. You started shaking. At first, I admit, I was planning on going to your place. She shrugs her shoulders. Her voice has softened a little. Just maybe spit in your face or something like that. And then I thought to myself, no, Ludivine. Maybe the guy deserves a chance. Never know. So you're going to apologize. Go on. Give it all. Take your time. Take a deep breath. She breathes in deeply. Then exhales. Like that. Apologize. She's mad. Truly sorry. I don't remember what happened that evening. I put your life in danger. Sorry for everything that happened. Your car, your ex, the job. Sorry. Nothing else. Shit. He heaves a sigh of dispelling her anger all at once. Was that the real you speaking? Her voice had slowed down. Was. Smile lights up her face. It was exactly what I needed to hear. I've been thinking about it for months, going over and over it every second of the accident, telling myself it could have been different, less complicated, more. I mean, less. Well, you know. Yeah, I do. Good. Good. Good, good. Thanks. All her anger has evaporated. No more looks that could kill, shimmering range, or grinding teeth. My boyfriend was a jerk anyway. And then this job, maybe it wasn't so great. She gives you a little smile. I tend to get worked up about things. You noticed. And sometimes I take things a little too far. That too. In Paris, I guess we are quick to forget about being nice to each other, about being polite, and for a taxi driver, you're a sweetheart. Gives you a short laugh. This is what I suggest. I'm going to exit the cab. I'm going to go for a little walk in the cold to get my mind off things. I have to learn. Manage my anger. Eating me up. Shakes her head and then, without looking another way, goodbye. Door opens and closes. You're alone in your taxi, your head spinning slightly as if you had a drink, just one, something really strong. You briefly try to remember that night. Nothing. Nothing but a vague impression of what was behind you. A silhouette, a fleeting presence. You shake your head. There's nothing more than before. If only you had turned around, everything would have been easier. You had seen the face of... All at once, you start the cab. I have fares to get to, goddammit. I'm running out of time. Alright, that guy's black. Who is this monkey thing right here? Okay, where's my car? Over here? I haven't picked up a guy in a while, so I'm gonna go pick up, actually go fill up my tank. I haven't picked, let me just pick some. I haven't picked up anyone in a long time. I haven't legitimately drove anyone. Still in the first night. Charles de Gaulle, make it snap. Little douchebag, I see. Passenger who settled to the back seat could be a male model. Oh, look at them. Someone got hyped when Rocky came out. He asked you to take him to Charles de Gaulle Airport. His voice is mild and pleasant. He says your passenger wants to talk to you about the killer. Simple. The first murderer? Everyone thinks they know something. Everyone thinks they saw something. This passenger is no exception. You watch him in the rearview mirror as he adjusts his clothes, checks his breath, obviously primping. You drive people to the airport all the time. They bring along a suitcase or a bouquet of flowers. Pageant doesn't have either. He's looking at himself in your rearview mirror, his lips part, and runs his tongue through his teeth. Nothing stuck in my teeth, right? Shake your head, no. You wonder why he's going to the airport. You're wondering why I'm going to the airport, aren't you? You read my mind. Oh. I can tell you we're curious. I'll tell you, but it's a secret. His voice has changed as if he was about to deliver a speech. Women today, too smart for men like us. Too smart. They're into us by the minute we try to hit on them. He crinkles his nose as if there's a bad smell in the cab. There are dozens of books on how to get lucky, on how to score, but they all make the same big mistake. You know what that mistake is I'm talking about? They're written by men. I don't see why that's a problem after all, dear. Here don't write books or hunting, do they? He smirks. No, 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 no. Let me tell you. All those books about hitting on women never tell you where the best hunting grounds are. A theatrical pause. Airports. Wait, another theatrical pause. It's brilliant, right? Women in airports are lonely, emotional, and available. On the street, they're always in a hurry. Don't have any time at the movies or the museums. They don't want to be disturbed. But the airport. He's clearly very proud of himself. He remains silent. He crinkles his nose and sniffs again. Is it me, or is there some funny smell in your cab? You sniff too? Sorry, I don't smell anything. He shrugs, then goes back to his monologue. Personally, I prefer older women. What's up? Single moms are who at the airports pick up and send their kids to their exes. They're waiting for the unaccompanied minors counter to get the information about a late flight or gate change. I will go over to the counter, look at the flight information, pretend to be worried. My sister, I say, I'm waiting for my little sister. She's never been to Paris before. I'm going to take her to the Louvre. The Louvre. The Louvre? I think it's the Louvre. I don't know the name of it. It's that freaking pyramid. She wants to work in fashion someday. She's already very talented. Hope everything is okay. And she had a good flight. She means the world to me. She's my half-sister, but I love her like my sister. Smile. He takes another sniff, glances around the cab, then picks up where he left off. The half-sister line works every time. Divorced parents, remarried, every time. He burst out laughing. Word of advice though, you have to get there early. Make it a day of it. Keep an eye out for domestic flights, delays, the companies. It requires a little bit of preparation, but I usually go home with 20 to 30 numbers. 6 hours, not bad, eh? Another thing, I wouldn't recommend orally. The counters are a disaster there. I said orally. The counters there are a disaster there. Let's go back and forth between different levels. It's exhausting. And the neon lights, they ruin your eyes. No, Ruzi is definitely the way to go. The domestic flight terminals. He rubs his hands together. I can feel it. Today's my lucky day. It's gonna be amazing. They're gonna fall for me big time. You can't resist to give a silent cough and say, "Excuse me, do you mind if I ask you a personal question?" Nah, of course, not at all. Anything to help you understand my game plan. What do you do out? Do you really need to go through all... Yeah, do you really need to go through all that? I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at. Well, you're rather attractive physically. Slight pause. And? Is it really necessary to go through that trouble to pick up a woman? Don't women like you? That's besides the point. It's more efficient, more productive. I go on, make twice a week, and end up with a dates for several weeks. I mean, I get what he's trying to say. And it's a lot easier. It's less, how should I put it, personal. I know I won't ever get serious in that. That's what I'm looking for. You see what I mean? You're afraid of women? What does that have anything to do with it? Talk about women as if they might hurt you. So you hurt them to protect yourself. He burst out laughing, but you can see he's uncomfortable. Wow, you're a shrink and a cab driver, am I right? I have to say it's a great idea for dumbing up more business. Downright revolution. Another nervous laugh. We're talking about scoring here. No need to get all worked up. It's not like anyone died or anything. There is a slight tremor in his voice. They don't want to give me the number. They don't give me their number. Never insist. A lot of guys do stuff a lot worse, right? So enough of the feminist bullshit theory. Cab pulls off and drop off point. Your passenger pays the fare and hurries up. You were straight with Phil. Yeah. He climbs out of the cab and then turns around somewhat hesitant. To be perfectly honest, you shouldn't talk to your passengers like that. His voice takes it on a pleasant, whining tone. Not very professional. If I had an app, I'd give you a bad rating. Squares his shoulders and about to walk off. You should wash your cab too. Smells like shit. He walks away under the sole of the right shoe. You can catch slice spot of darn sprout. Exactly. Passenger disappears into the airport. You roll down your backseat window and start up the cab. Please don't let someone go on my taxi again without telling me. Give me no tip. I think I got time for one more pickup. This guy, can I? There we go. Yeah, tomorrow morning I have to definitely fill up my taxi. I have the money for a taxi. What is this? Hey, pal, can you help me out? Don't kill me. Please don't kill me. The door opens as hard. A homeless man like 100 others in Paris. Homeless man who was caught at the murder scene who wasn't arrested. I'm a little concerned. Know each other. Oh, we know each other. Okay. Every now and then he asks for you for a favor to drive him someplace. As usual, he greets you quietly, though he always seems a little bit on edge. Hey, buddy. What's up, pup? It's a strange verbal tick you never really understood. You start the cab. The passenger in the back seat is whistling and funny too. He's in a pretty good mood. You look good. You look good. Yep. Yeah, thanks. Some things are like that. Everything goes your way. Hey, belly is full. Your buddies are around to help you. You're not cold. Gives you a smile. And then, you know, you get good news. Oh, really? Really? Something you're glad to hear. Well, I'll with it then. Well, it's my ex-wife. She just got married again. Real love story and all that. It's the way we like them. How'd you find out? She sometimes comes around with stuff for me. She told me. She was embarrassed. She gave me a blanket, a few books, and some canned food. Ravioli. Does she do that often? Yeah, from time to time when she comes to Paris. In the rearview mirror, your passenger's face clouds over as if he was saying had just sunk in. Suddenly, between clenched teeth, he hisses, "Whore!" I didn't say it right. Whore! There we go. You look up. Say nothing. Let him vent. Look out your neighborhood and you saw the rundown buildings, a world of Paris of postcards. Suddenly, Herb opens up the cab door. Pull over here. I don't want you to get into any trouble. The guys in the squat can be a little hedge. Park the car and Herb opens the door. Good night. Thanks again, Ken. I thought you got out. He gives you a smile. I thought you got out. Moment later, Hers vanishes to the graffiti-covered building. The imposing art decor facade memorizes you for a moment. And then you start the cab. That was a favor? I did a fucking... It said he was going to pay me $41. What are these lies? I did a free cab. I really did a free cab. I'm upset right now. I think it's gonna go well with Levine. But they ended up okay. You damn right I did. I apologize. I'm having way with women. I like to listen. It's just what I do. Captain Jackass over here. Yeah, I was straight with Phil. You gotta be. I met Harv. I think he's one of the homeless people, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's one of the homeless people. I remember. At the foot of your door, of the front door, just behind the drain pipe, you notice an envelope. It's thick and heavy. You can just make out your name written in the back with a black marker in front of it. The real name. You take a deep breath and go inside. In the envelope, you find more information, just as Busette promised. You lay them on your table. You take a few minutes to update your board with the new clues. Your neighbor flushes the toilet. Out of the corner of your eye, you can see pipes shaking. God, ew. Crack your knuckles and get to work. Is there even time for that still? There's somewhat time. Don't have enough time for those articles. Damn. Okay, here we go. I met Harv. Oh, Salim. I haven't met Pierre and I haven't met Paul. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I think it would be Salim if it's anybody. If it's... Oh, that's a lot of them on her, though. That is a lot of them on her. Oh my god, there's just so many of them. Oh my god, I have so much evidence. Oh my god, what do you have on you? Okay. Oh, she's so much of them. It could... the only reason why I think it's her is because it's this chalk. It's the chalk. Like, she's a crime scene investigator, if I'm not mistaken. So, or medical examiner. So technically speaking, out of all of them, she would have the chalk in her house. The only issue that's going to be is, see, measures of crime is up. Victim 3 equals known to have tortured prisoners. Victim 3, Colonel of the Juanita the process. Okay. Here. Killer knew the victims or researched them. She's the only one that I'm thinking about that it could be, because nobody else... I haven't met this guy yet. I haven't... I've met Salim. I met Herv. It's gonna be tough. Well, that's episode 2. I hope you all been enjoying. I hope you all been coming into it. I'm actually gonna make my camera smaller, so then you can actually see everything next episode. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoy. Till next time, take care now. Bye bye.